Hello, BSc second year students. In today's lecture, we will continue our chapter reproduction. Today, from the reproduction, we will study the hormonal control of oogenesis. 2 bit from our syllabus we will complete today. So first one is the hormonal control of oogenesis and second is the menstrual cycle, which is in short form called as the MC. This 2 bit is in our syllabus human physiology reproduction. Under the heading of chapter reproduction, we will study this 2 bit hormonal control of oogenesis and menstrual cycle, which is in short form called as the MC. So, dear students, listen here carefully and try to understand. We are studying the human reproduction, human physiology. Our paper number is 6 and name of paper is the physiology, and it is mainly concerned with the human physiology, which is very important and beneficial in our life. So, hormonal control of oogenesis. Here, hormonal control. So, hormones, which is very important in our body, which plays very important role, physiological role in our body. So, here question arises, what is the hormone? Remember, hormone and enzymes, these two chemicals in our body is very important. And this is secreted by exocrine gland and endocrine glands. In our body, there are 2 types of the glands. Remember, in our body, there are 2 types of the glands. One type of gland is called as the exocrine glands, whose secretion is called as the enzymes. And another type of glands are the endocrine glands, whose secretion is called as the hormones. These endocrine glands are the ductless glands. So, the secretion of that gland, which is called as the hormone, mix in the blood and circulate in the body and plays its role where it is necessary in the body. So, hormonal control of oogenesis. Again here question arises, what is the oogenesis? What is the oogenesis? Number of students from you, तुमच्यापैकी अनेक विद्यार्थी oogenesis म्हणजे काय हे सांगू शकता. कारण फर्स्ट इयर मध्ये हे झालेलं आहे. स्पर्मॅटोजेनेसिस, oogenesis, gonads, testes, ovaries, the gametes, male gamete, sperm, female gamete, ova, हे सर्व अभ्यास फर्स्ट इयर मध्ये झालेला आहे. तुमच्यापैकी जे सिन्सियर विद्यार्थी आहे, जे रेग्युलर विद्यार्थी आहे, जे स्टुडंट्स विद्यार्थी आहे, ते सांगू शकतात oogenesis म्हणजे काय. I will also revise here. Remember, oogenesis, it is a process. It is a process in the female gonad, means in the ovary. So, formation of the ova. Oogenesis is a process in the ovary, and in ovary, formation of the ova or production of the ova, that process is called as the oogenesis. So, what is the role of hormone in the oogenesis process? How the oogenesis process is controlled by the hormones, that is our today's point for the study. Hormonal control of oogenesis. Now, here you came to know hormones, you came to know endocrine glands, you came to know enzymes, exocrine glands, and you also know the oogenesis. आता आपण पुढे जाऊ. So, in human female म्हणजे स्त्रीमध्ये, ह्युमन फिमेल म्हणजे मानव प्राणीमध्ये. रिमेंबर, मानव, human is an animal, supremo of the animal, supreme animal, the toppest evolved animals, modern man. So in human female, the secondary sexual characters means the characters which is visible in the human female. स्त्रीमध्ये किंवा वयात आलेल्या मुलीमध्ये, in the mature female or in the girl who is mature, the characters which indicates the femaleness, जे कॅरेक्टर आहे, जे वैशिष्ट्य आहे, का ज्या बाह्य वैशिष्ट्यावरून आपण ओळखू शकतो का दिस इज द फिमेल ह्युमन, मुलगी आहे किंवा स्त्री आहे, आपण ओळखू शकतो. असे जे कॅरेक्टर आहे, दॅट कॅरेक्टर्स इज कॉल्ड एज द सेकंडरी सेक्शुअल कॅरेक्टर्स. दिस सेकंडरी सेक्शुअल कॅरेक्टर्स डेव्हलप when he or she attain the maturity age. एका पर्टिक्युलर एज मध्ये, ज्याला आपण मॅच्युरिटी एज म्हणतो, इट मे बी above 15 by the legislative laws framed by the government. The maturity age of girls is the 18 and the maturity age of बॉईज इज द 21. शासनाच्या धोरणानुसार जी मॅच्युरिटी एज आहे, परिपक्वता जी झालेली आहे, मुलीची परिपक्वता 18 वर्षानंतर होते किंवा 18 वर्षापर्यंत होते. 18 वर्षानंतर तुम्ही त्याचं लग्न करू शकता. बट दिस इज द लॉ फ्रेम्ड बाय द गव्हर्नमेंट. बट नंबर ऑफ फिमेल्स, नंबर ऑफ गर्ल्स that indicate the maturity from the 13 years, 14, 15 or 16, before the 18 also. And in the boys, as per the government, 21 years is the maturity age. But boys are matured in the 15 year. 15 year or 16 year or 17 years. He is able to produce the sperms. Spermatogenesis plays important role in the male gonad, in the testes. And similarly in the female, oogenesis process takes place in the ovaries. So, that is under the control of hormone. Today's our topic is hormonal control of oogenesis, means hormonal control of the ova formation. So here the human female secondary sexual characters develops in a particular age, and that secondary sexual characters in the human female is like the breasts, development of breasts, development of mammary glands in female. It becomes larger, it develops. That hormone is present in the ovary. That hormone is not present in the testes. That's why in the male, mammary glands is not developed. Only in the female, mammary glands develop, because that hormone is present only in the ovary. That secrete their secretion hormones. And due to that hormones present in the blood, the mammary glands develop in the female. Remember, this is the reason why mammary glands develop only in the female or only in the girls. Because the hormones which is essential for the development of mammary glands, it's secreted only by the ovary. And remember, ovary is a endocrine gland. Ovary is an endocrine gland. It secretes the hormones. It produces the sperm. But it is an endocrine gland, secretes the hormones also. That hormone is part of the estrogen. Estrogen. Remember, which hormone secreted by the ovary? The estrogen hormone secreted by the ovary. Estrogen is a hormone. It is secreted by the ovaries. Ovary is an endocrine gland. Like the testes also. Testes is an endocrine gland. So secondary sexual characters develops like the breasts, mammary glands, like the hairs, development of hairs in the restricted areas in female. Here, hairs develop in the restricted areas. Restricted areas means the area which we cannot see externally due to the wearing of cloths. So that is restricted areas. Hairs are developed in the restricted areas. Then feminine voice. Feminine voice. It is a special voice which is possible only in the females due to the estrogen hormone. स्त्रियांचे आवाज पुरुषांच्या आवाजापेक्षा वेगळा असतो. पुरुषांचे आवाज स्त्रियांच्या आवाजापेक्षा वेगळा असतो. कशामुळे? व्हॉट इज द रिझन? वी कॅन आयडेंटिफाय द व्हॉइस ऑफ द फिमेल, व्हॉइस ऑफ द गर्ल्स और व्हॉइस ऑफ द वुमेन. वी कॅन आयडेंटिफाय द व्हॉइस ऑफ मॅन. काही पुरुषांचे आवाज सुद्धा स्त्रियांच्या आवाजासारखा असतो. एक्सेप्शनल केसेस. अपवाद म्हणून सांगतो की काही पुरुषांचं बोललेलं आवाज, आपण जे ऐकलं आवाज त्यांचे बोलताना, ते आपल्याला आयडेंटिफाय होत नाही का स्त्री बोलत आहे का पुरुष बोलत आहे. विद्यार्थी मित्रो, संबंधित असल्यामुळे एक छोटीशी घटना तुम्हाला सांगतो की एक ॲडव्हर्टाइज मी बघितली आणि त्या ॲडव्हर्टाइजवरून फोन नंबर काढलं आणि ती ॲडव्हर्टाइजचं बेनिफिट मला घेता यावं म्हणून फोन केला. तर तिकडून जे कम्युनिकेशन व्हायला लागलं फोनवरती, तर तिकडून मला जे आवाज आलं ते स्त्रीसारखा आवाज आला. कोणीतरी बाई बोलत आहे असा आवाज ते आलं. तर त्या बाईचं रिस्पेक्ट व्हावं म्हणून मी मॅडम म्हणलो. मॅडम म्हणल्यानंतर तिकडून व्यक्ती बोलत होता, तिकडून पुरुष बोलत होता, पण त्याचा आवाज स्त्रीसारखा असल्यामुळे मी मॅडम म्हणलो. मला माहित नव्हतं फोनवरती कॉन्टॅक्ट चालू होतं, मी त्यांना कधी बघितलेलं नव्हतं. ते तिकडून रागावलं, ती व्यक्ती तिकडून माझ्यावर रागावली आणि ती म्हणते मी मॅडम नाहीये, मी सर आहे. ओके ओके म्हणलं, सर सॉरी, मला माहित नाही मॅडम आहे का सर आहे. तर आवाजावरून, तर दॅट इज अ एक्सेप्शनल केस. अपवादात्मक काही पुरुषांचा आवाज स्त्रीसारखा असतो. सो स्त्रियांचे जे आवाज असते त्याला म्हणायचं फेमिनाईन व्हॉइस. इट इज ड्यू टू द हार्मोन इस्ट्रोजिन which plays important role in the secondary sexual character of the female human. So here Graafian follicles develop and grow by the hormone follicle stimulating hormone. In short, FSH. This is the abbreviation. Remember, abbreviation is the short form. Sankshipt. FSH. Follicle stimulating hormone. And luteinizing hormone, LH. Short form मध्ये. That is called the abbreviation. Now, the menstruation cycle, that is also called as the MC, starts regularly at 28 days. It is a natural process in the female. After 4 weeks of each 4 weeks or after 28 days in the mature female, in the mature human female, there is a menstruation cycle. That menstruation cycle is shortly called as the MC. That starts. That is also under the control of hormone. So hormonal control of oogenesis. This is the sufficient for description. In the notes, more matter is given for detailed study, deep study. But here, some points are given. It is sufficient for the hormonal control of oogenesis. Now, in your syllabus, for our knowledge, for our detailed knowledge, there is a bit menstrual cycle. अभ्यासक्रमामध्ये हा बीट दिलेला आहे menstrual cycle. This is a natural in the human female, which is called as the MC in short form, which is also called as the menses. Menstrual cycle is also called as the menses, or it is also called as the bleeding. So here, what is the menstrual cycle? So a sexual cycle. Definition of the menstrual cycle: sexual cycle which occurs in sexual organ. Which sexual organ? Female sexual organ. Regularly at an interval of 4 weeks each. प्रत्येक 4 हफ्त्यानंतर, or we can say after 28 days. 28 दिवसामध्ये ही नॅचरल प्रोसेस माता भगिनीमध्ये, ह्युमन फिमेल मध्ये जे नॅचरल प्रोसेस होत असते, दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज द मेन्स्ट्रुअल सायकल. नाउ इट इज अ पिरियडिक डिस्चार्ज. व्हॉट इज द menstrual cycle? What is the MC? So it is a periodic cycle of blood, mucus and cellular debris from the uterus through the vagina. दर 28 दिवसानंतर किंवा प्रत्येक 4 हप्त्यानंतर जी नॅचरल प्रोसेस माता भगिनीमध्ये होत असते त्याला म्हणायचे मेन्स्ट्रुअल सायकल. And this menstrual cycle does not occur after the pregnancy. Menstrual cycle does not occur after the pregnancy. So it occurs in the absence of pregnancy. When there is no pregnancy, so this cycle appears after the 28 days or 4 weeks. After the pregnancy formation, after the marriage, pregnancy formation is there. And after pregnancy formation, this cycle stops up to the delivery, up to the developmental period of the young ones, fetus, embryo. And in female, the developmental period is 9 months and 9 days in human beings. It is different in different animals. In goat, शेळीमध्ये हा डेव्हलपमेंटल पिरियड आफ्टर प्रेग्नन्सी is 5 months and 5 days. So it is different in different animals. So in human 9 months and 9 days, 9 महिने 9 दिवस. So this menstrual cycle stops after pregnancy. It is regular before the pregnancy. So that is the indication of the pregnancy formation. So here it occurs in the absence of pregnancy, means when there is no pregnancy, the cycle occurs. This cycle we can study or divide it into 3 phases. Menstrual cycle divided into 3 phases. That 3 phases is called as the first phase is called as the proliferative phase. Second phase is called as the premenstrual phase, and third phase is called as the destructive phase. So in the destructive phase, blooding comes out from the uterus through the vagina. Blood comes out from the uterus through the vagina. We can say it is the cleaning of the uterus. When bleeding occurs after 28 days, so that is the cleaning of the uterus. after each 28 days. If pregnancy fall, then this bleeding stops. So, dear students, by the reading of this hormonal control of oogenesis, menstrual cycle, by the reading also, you can understand very well. It is a point in syllabus for the study. That's why we have discussed here. That appears in our human females, our sisters, our mothers, our females, human females. So remember, that is a not point for the laughing. So, dear students, be sincere. From the 15th February, येणाऱ्या 15 तारखेपासून आपले पिरियड रेग्युलर कॉलेजमध्ये महाविद्यालयामध्ये पिरियड सुरू होणार आहे. आपल्या तासिका रेग्युलर क्लासेस, आपले रेग्युलर लेक्चर्स कॉलेजमध्ये क्लासमध्ये सुरू होणार आहे. तुम्ही 15 तारखेला जेव्हा कॉलेजमध्ये येसाल त्यावेळेस ट्युटोरियलची नोटबुक घेऊन यायची, टेस्ट ट्युटोरियलची नोटबुक घेऊन यायची. माझ्या पेपरसाठी, पेपर 6 फिजिओलॉजीसाठी एक ट्युटोरियलची नोटबुक परचेस करायची आणि त्या ट्युटोरियलच्या नोटबुकमध्ये, एकाच नोटबुकमध्ये टेस्ट फर्स्ट जे क्वेश्चन दिलेले आहेत ते लिहून काढायचं, अभ्यासायचं आणि नंतर रजिस्टर बाजूला ठेवायचं आणि मग प्रामाणिकपणे स्वतः तुम्ही त्याच्यामध्ये लिहायचं. टेस्ट फर्स्ट लिहिणं झालं की त्याच्यानंतर नवीन पेजेसवरती हेडिंग टाकायची ट्युटोरियल फर्स्ट आणि तो जो प्रश्न दिलेला आहे ट्युटोरियल फर्स्टसाठी तो प्रश्न लिहायचा, आधी प्रश्न लिहायचा आणि त्याच्यानंतर तो ट्युटोरियल लिहून काढायचा. आणि 15 तारखेला तुम्ही जेव्हा कॉलेजमध्ये रेग्युलर कॉलेज अटेंड करण्यासाठी येणार त्यावेळेस ती टेस्ट आणि ट्युटोरियलची जी छोटी नोटबुक तुम्ही बनवलेली आहे ती घेऊन यायचं सोबत. काही विद्यार्थ्यांनी ते टेस्ट ट्युटोरियल कसं बनवलं हे आपल्या व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुपवरती टाकलेलं आहे. व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुपवरती टाकायची गरज नाही, मला दाखवायची गरज नाही, वही माझ्याकडे सबमिट करायची, मी त्याला चेक करणार. सो सेंड युअर अटेंडन्स प्रेझेंटली रेग्युलरली. इट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फॉर द इंटरनल असेसमेंट. So dear students, for today it is sufficient, and in next period we will see the next what is remaining from this chapter, and that chapter will be complete. So for today it is sufficient. Send your attendance as early as possible. Okay, thank you very much. धन्यवाद.